Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to the Maserati GranTurismo. So in this episode, I'm just going to give you a little tour of the inside of this car because, I mean, the inside of the GranTurismo anyway is really nice. It's always good materials. If you can ignore the infotainment system, the quality of the materials and the finish and everything is absolutely spectacular. But this one's even better because it has got some nice features which I'm going to show you in this video. So let's get going. So welcome to the inside of my GranTurismo. It's a 2013 model GranTurismo Sport. It's a MC Shift version, which means it's got the robotized manual transmission. This is the fourth car I've had which has had a robotized manual. So my first GranTurismo had the MC Shift. The R8 had a robotized manual, as did the 360, which had the F1 transmission. And now I've come back to another Maserati GranTurismo, also with the MC Shift transmission. So I have really liked these transmissions. I have to say they're much more engaging than a standard automatic. And I remember when I was first looking for a, sorry, we're going off on a tangent here, but never mind. When I was first looking for a GranTurismo back in 2017, I drove the auto one and was really underwhelmed by it. It wasn't until I drove the MC Shift I thought, wow, this is what it's really supposed to be like. Anyway, it's an MC Shift version. I'll show you that in a minute. But it does have some really nice features, and I'm going to flip the camera around and I can show you everything in the interior that makes this car so special. First thing you see, you've got the MC Sportline kick plates here, which is really nice. You've got carbon fibre across the top of the doors here. You've got carbon fibre inlay there as well. What makes this car particularly nice is that it has got the Alcantara pack, which means that the door handles, these inserts here are Alcantara, and various other bits in the car are Alcantara as well. Just makes it a little bit more special than the standard leather. This is your light control here. You've got your mode switch that affects the display in the center here. So you've got your trip counter, and then you've got your tire pressure gauge. I think they all need pumping up a little bit. And then you've got your front and rear, right hand and left hand seat heaters there. And then this is your illumination control here, plus and minus. That opens your petrol filler cap. That's a remote boot opener, and that turns on and off your park sensors. You've got your windscreen wipers on this column here. Paddles, beautiful carbon fiber paddles, which are actually attached to the steering column, which means they always stay in the same place. That's a really nice thing to have. I have to say, all the Italian cars seem to do that. Nice steering wheel with perforated leather here. You've got some audio controls here, and on this part of the steering wheel you've also got controls at the back actually as well, so you can do most of what you need to do on the infotainment just from the steering wheel. I don't tend to use that. I just play music through Bluetooth. I'll show you how that's done in a minute. You've got your indicators on this side, and you've also got cruise control on here. Activate with this ring, and then adjust the speed with this thing here, this kind of toggle. You can see Alcantara also extends to these little sections here, and this section around the switch gear here. You've got nice carbon fibre as well. Alcantara on the top of the binnacle there, carbon fibre on the inside of the binnacle as well. Again, nice carbon fibre around here. You've got the traditional shaped Maserati analog clock there, which is nice. These are your transmission controls. You've got a sport button there, which opens up the exhaust and also puts the transmission into a quicker shift mode. You can drive this car in auto, but like I've always said with these cars, they're really manual. They shouldn't be driven in automatic mode. If you drive them in auto, then you really will get that same impression of an F1 gearbox that everyone seems to have, that they're a piece of junk, when in fact if you actually drive them like a manual, they are very, very good. That's your parking brake. You can turn off there, I think. I'm not sure what park off, I think that is, but there is another control for your parking brake down here, so I'm not sure what park off means anyway. You've got your traction control there. This is the kind of rather clunky old infotainment system. Yes, it's not great, but you can, as I do, I just have it connected through the auxiliary, and I'll show you in the glove box there's a dongle which will allow you to stream Bluetooth. You've got all your crappy phone controls here as well. It is a bit prehistoric, but hey, you don't buy it for the infotainment system. Then you've got your air conditioning controls down here. You can see this car's still suffering a little bit from the sticky button nightmare. So at some point these are going to have to be redone. That includes this, that. This around here is all sticky as well. Just the stupid design of the plastics on these cars. Hazard warning lights, lock and unlock buttons here. This is your F1 transmission control. Nice carbon fibre all around here. So basically you just push this button to put it into first gear, or you can just pull the right paddle to engage gear. You push the R button for reverse, pull both paddles at the same time to put it back into neutral. Simple really, but just drive it as a manual and you'll love it. You've got a little ashtray here with a cover. This is where your auxiliary power socket is. You've got an ICE mode here, which is basically I think it starts in second, or it's softer changing gear program, so you don't skid so much. Again, nasty stickiness that needs to be fixed. This is your electronic park brake. Got two cup holders here, and then again lovely Alcantara here and here. Got a fairly spacious glove box there. Again, this is the nice part of it. You've got Alcantara on the seats. They do show the marks a little bit, but it is rather nice to have Alcantara on the seats and on this part of the dashboard here. Got your glove compartment under here, and this is where I've got the little Bovie thing, which I'll show you. It's a little Bluetooth adapter which plugs into the 30-pin iPod socket and gives you Bluetooth streaming, which works pretty well. And yeah, it's perfectly good enough for what I need. And then of course, because this is a GT, it actually has back seats, which is beautiful to have. And again, they're finished in black leather with red stitching, but also has the Alcantara centers there, which just adds that extra little bit of class. You've got carbon fiber and Alcantara on the armrests there and the trim. Got a couple of cup holders down here. So the back passengers, I'll climb in a minute and you can see how much room there is. But yeah, the back passengers have pretty good accommodation. Not sure you're going to be able to see this, but it does have an Alcantara headlining all the way through. It's very nicely done. You've got a couple of controls up here for the towaway protection and the ultrasonic alarm system there. Those buttons are horribly sticky. They're going to have to be fixed at some point, but again, no immediate hurry. Okay, so I'm going to try and get in the back and then put the seat back to where I would normally be. Oh, and see how much room there is. So it's not too bad to get in. Let's bring the seat back. I'm not particularly tall, about 5'8", and yeah, look, I've got enough knee room. I've got quite a bit of knee room there, but the thing that you don't really have is headroom. I'm touching the roof there, unfortunately. So if you're not too tall, it would be perfectly fine, absolutely fine for kids, not so great for tall adults. It's a little bit squashed in here. It feels a little bit claustrophobic with this tiny little porthole window here. but you do have an armrest in Alcantara there, which is nice. And you've got cup holders here. You've got your air conditioning vents there as well. Yeah, look, it's really very pleasant. You know, for a short journey, it would be absolutely fine. You could just keep your head down and you'd be absolutely fine. But it is the seats are beautifully comfortable, and yeah, feels like you've got some real creature comforts in here, which is nice. So yeah, try not to bang my head when I come out. So yeah, you know, not bad given it's you got 4 seats there. That's pretty impressive. Yeah, and my God, doesn't it look gorgeous though? It does look gorgeous. Yeah, I mean, it does look absolutely stunning. Really, really happy with this car so far. I love the Stormtrooper colour scheme, black and white. Yeah, it's looking stunning. Look, anyway, that's kind of it for this video. I just thought I'd give you a quick tour of the inside of the GranTurismo. It's a beautifully put together interior. The leather is stunning. The contrast stitching is really nice. The materials are, you know, absolutely first class. The only thing that lets it down again is the infotainment system, really. But there are options to upgrade that. You can actually put a special, you can put a touch sensor over the screen, and you can put some wiring at the back and a control module which will allow you to do all sorts of things like Apple CarPlay, but while still retaining the originality of the center console. So that's something I might look into at some point in the future, but it's pretty expensive and absolutely not urgent. As I say, I can stream through the Bovi adapter there through Bluetooth, and it kind of automatically switches on when I switch on the car, so it's pretty seamless really. And I don't use the navigation, I just use my phone, so yeah, it's good enough. Let me know in the comments what you think of the interior of the GT. It's now, goodness, well, 14 years old, 14 years since this first came out in 2008, is it? So the interior pretty much hasn't changed since then, a few little upgrades, but yeah, let me know what you think. Let me know if you think it's aged well or maybe not so well. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to smash that like. It'd be great to have you as a subscriber, and hit that notification bell. You can follow me on Instagram down here. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye for now.